Here's something most people never think about, but probably should. You might be treating the wrong things. The fatigue, the brain fog, the stubborn weight, the slow recovery. Most people address these one at a time. A supplement for this. A diet change for that. A new sleep routine for something else. But what if they all shared one root cause? What if the real issue isn't any single symptom, but the system that's supposed to be feeding, fueling, and repairing every part of your body, all around the clock? That system is your circulation. And most people don't realize it's underperforming until it's already quietly affecting their quality of life. Let's talk about what that actually looks like. Health research consistently shows that circulation, the movement of blood carrying oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste removal signals, affects every major system in the body. Every one. Clinics often observe that when patients present with multiple vague complaints, low energy, poor recovery, difficulty concentrating, circulation inefficiency is frequently in the picture. Not always as a diagnosis, but as an underlying pattern worth addressing. The 7 signs we're going through today are the body's way of showing you that something in that system needs attention. And the earlier you recognize them, the better. Sign number 1. Cold hands and feet. Let's start with something a lot of people brush off. Your hands are cold, again. Your feet feel like ice at night. Maybe you've always been told you just run cold, and you've accepted it. But here's what's actually happening. Your circulatory system has a priority order. When blood flow becomes less efficient, the body protects the vital core, your heart, lungs, and organs, first. The extremities, your hands, feet, and fingers, get what's left over. So consistently, cold hands and feet aren't just a comfort issue. They're a signal, the body's equivalent of a low-flow warning light on a water system. Something is restricting efficient delivery to the outer reaches. Health research identifies peripheral coldness as one of the earliest measurable signs of circulation working below its optimal capacity. Most people have had it for years before they connect it to anything else. And that's exactly what makes it worth paying attention to. Because it rarely stays isolated. And if blood isn't reaching your fingertips efficiently, imagine what's happening in the systems you can't see or feel directly. That's exactly what sign number 2 reveals. Sign number 2. Constant fatigue. Think about your body like a city. A functioning city needs constant supply routes, trucks delivering food, fuel, and materials to every neighborhood, every building, every floor. Your circulatory system is that supply network. It runs constantly. It never gets a day off. Now imagine those supply routes start getting slower. Traffic builds. Deliveries are delayed. Certain areas start receiving less than they need. The city still runs, but not at full capacity. Things that should be easy start requiring more effort. That's what's happening when circulation underperforms and fatigue sets in. Your cells are not receiving oxygen and nutrients at the rate they need to generate energy efficiently. The result isn't dramatic. It's a slow, quiet drain on everything. And because the decline is gradual, most people adapt to it. They assume the tiredness is age, or stress, or just life. But health research paints a different picture. One where improving circulation consistently shows up as a key factor in improved energy and functional capacity. The supply routes matter more than almost anything else. This cellular undersupply doesn't just affect your energy. It affects how fast your body can fix itself after physical effort, which is where sign number 3 comes in. Sign number 3. Slow muscle recovery. You did something physical, a walk, a workout, carrying something heavy, and 2 days later, you're still feeling it. Recovery used to be overnight. Now it takes half the week. This isn't just fitness. It's biology. And the biology is straightforward. Muscles repair themselves using materials delivered by blood. Oxygen for energy production. Amino acids for tissue rebuilding. And critically, blood flow to flush out the metabolic waste that builds up during exertion. When circulation is running below capacity, every one of those processes slows down. Waste clears more slowly. Repair materials arrive more slowly. Recovery takes longer. And because recovery is slower, the motivation to stay active drops, which means circulation gets even less of the stimulation it needs to stay efficient. Research on muscle recovery and blood flow shows a direct relationship. Improving circulatory efficiency consistently reduces recovery time and improves the body's ability to maintain strength and physical function over time. The body wants to repair. It just needs the delivery system to be working. Muscles need blood to recover. But so does something far more critical and far more sensitive to circulation changes. Your brain. That's sign number 4. Sign number 4. Brain fog and poor focus. You're in the middle of a sentence and the word disappears. Or you read the same paragraph 3 times and it still doesn't land. Or you sit down to do something that used to be automatic and it just requires more effort than it should. Your brain is the most blood-hungry organ you have. It accounts for about 2% of your body weight, but consumes roughly 20% of your total blood supply. Every second. Because thinking, remembering, focusing, and regulating your body all require a massive and constant delivery of oxygenated blood. So when circulation underperforms, even slightly, the brain is one of the first places it shows up. Not dramatically. Not like a stroke. Subtly. A little slower. A little less sharp. A little more effort for the same output. Health research on cerebral blood flow is consistent. Reduced delivery to the brain is directly associated with reduced memory performance, slower processing speed, and decreased mental stamina. And because it happens gradually, most people never connect the fog to their circulation. But the connection is there. And it matters, because your brain's performance today is a preview of its health long term. And here's what makes this particularly important: the brain fog you experience during the day. It follows you into the night, affecting the quality of the one time your brain actually gets to repair itself. That's sign number 5. Sign number 5. Poor sleep quality. You close your eyes. You sleep. But somewhere around 2 or 3 a.m., you're awake again, and you can't explain why. Or you sleep the whole night and wake up feeling like the sleep didn't count. Most people think of sleep as a brain issue, stress, OT screens, racing thoughts. But circulation plays a more direct role in sleep quality than most people realize. For the body to enter deep, restorative sleep, it needs to shift into what's called the parasympathetic state, the rest and repair mode. That transition is supported by blood flow patterns that help regulate body temperature, calm the nervous system, and deliver the hormonal signals that deepen sleep cycles. When circulation is inefficient, those signals are weaker. The shift into deep sleep is harder to achieve and harder to sustain. You spend more time in light sleep and less in the stages where the body actually repairs itself. The result is sleep that technically happened, but didn't fully do its job. And that matters more than most people realize, because every system in your body depends on what happens during those deep sleep hours. Poor sleep disrupts more than your night. It quietly slows your metabolism, making the next sign almost inevitable for many people. That's sign number 6. Number 6. Stubborn weight. Gain: you haven't dramatically changed what you eat. You're moving your body, but the weight, particularly around your middle, isn't moving. And it feels like the rules changed without anyone telling you. Here's the piece most people miss. Metabolism isn't just about what you eat. It's about how efficiently your body processes, transports, and uses what you eat. And that efficiency is heavily dependent on circulation. Blood flow carries the hormonal signals that tell your body whether to store fat or burn it. It delivers oxygen and nutrients to your metabolically active tissue, primarily your muscles. And it removes the metabolic byproducts that, when they accumulate, slow the whole system down. When circulation underperforms, those processes slow. Hormonal signals weaken. Nutrient delivery to muscle tissue drops. And the body, interpreting reduced supply as a stress state, tends to hold on to fat rather than release it. Health research consistently shows the link between circulatory efficiency and metabolic health. You can't fully address one without considering the other. They are the same system, operating in different expressions. And when the body is carrying that additional strain, when every system is working harder than it should just to maintain, the result shows up in the final sign, the one that ties everything together. Sign number 7. Declining vitality. This is the one that's hardest to put into words because it's not a symptom you can point to. It's more of an absence, the absence of the energy you used to have, the absence of the recovery you used to count on, the absence of the mental sharpness that made things feel effortless, the absence of the physical resilience that meant you didn't have to think about your body. It just worked. Declining vitality is what happens when several systems run below their potential for long enough. It's not dramatic. There's no single moment where everything changes. It's a slow, quiet erosion, and most people don't name it until they're looking back at what they used to be able to do. But here's the thing about circulation as the underlying factor. It means that vitality isn't just about aging. It's about how efficiently your body is being supplied. And supply systems can be improved. That's not a small thing. That's actually one of the most important things in this video, because it means the decline isn't fixed, it's addressable. So here's what I want you to take away from everything we just covered. Circulation inefficiency is not a rare condition. It's not a catastrophic diagnosis. It's one of the most common and least discussed factors in how adults feel as they get older. And it shows up quietly through the exact signs we just walked through. The research on this is actually encouraging. Circulation responds to support. Blood flow can be improved. The body is designed with a remarkable capacity to restore function when given the right conditions. This isn't about medication or dramatic interventions. It's about consistent, targeted support for a system that, when it works well, makes everything else work better. Energy, recovery, cognition, sleep, metabolism, they all improve when circulation improves. That's not a promise. That's what the research keeps showing. Some people focus on natural ways to support healthy blood flow and circulation as part of their daily routine. If that's something you want to explore, I've left a resource in the description below. No pressure. Just there if it's useful. Before you go, I want to ask you something honestly. How many of those 7 signs did you recognize? Cold hands and feet, constant fatigue, slow recovery, brain fog, poor sleep, stubborn weight, and that quiet erosion of vitality. If you recognized more than 2 or 3, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns have causes, which means they also have solutions. Subscribe to this channel, because every week we break down exactly this kind of connection. Not surface-level advice. The deeper systems behind how you feel, explained simply and backed by research. Small daily habits, consistently applied, compound into real change. Your body is responding to what you do right now, even if you can't feel it yet. We'll see you in the next one.